Now last time, we have said that when we say compound interest, the interests are actually coming from what? They are coming from principal amount. Okay? And then another one, previously earned interest. So meaning to say, the gain of whatever loan that you will be doing will be coming from principal amount and the previously earned interest. And that is the meaning of compound interest. Do you follow? Okay? Unlike the simple interest we have said last time that the interest will only be coming from a single variable. What is that variable? Only the principal amount. You follow? Okay, are you following? Oh, so ayan. Now, how are we going to show this one? How are we going to show this one? Illustrate. Okay? Meaning, we will show this one by, of course, giving an example. Okay? So we have in here an example of a loan. Shall we say this is a loan? A loan of 40,000 pesos. Okay? And of course, the rate is 6% per annum per year. And another one, the time is to be paid full amount or to be paid for at least 4 years. And we are going to what? We are going to elaborate by using the so-called amortization table. Okay? Amortization table. So when we say amortization table, again, you jot it down. When we say amortization table, this is actually a table that shows the breakdown. Okay? It shows the breakdown of what you are going to pay every year. So, definitely, when we say amortization table, it will always tell to you that you are paying a loan or you are giving an investment within a schedule. Naka-schedule yan. Okay, klaro tayo? Within a given schedule. Halimbawa, example, our problem is we have in here, loan. This is a loan. Okay? So, a loan of what? A loan of 40,000 pesos. That is to be paid within 4 years in an installment manner. So when we say installment manner, it will be put in as a schedule, payment schedule, or what we will now be amortization table. Now in here, for us to understand, we are going to use this one, interest. Okay? The interest that we have in here is, we have always the PRT. Okay? PRT. Now, let's try to have. You notice that when we are going to pay this one within 4 years, I have in here four rows. First year, second year, third year, and the last year, that is fourth year. Again, in the amortization table, this is not only the content. It is not only the principal amount, the interest, the final amount. Supposedly, we are going to include the column for rate and the column for time. You follow? Okay. But in here, I reduced into how many columns? 4 columns. Okay, including this one. And so, the question is, this is the question, first question. What is the interest, and at the same time, final amount at the end of the first year? So notice, yung final amount ko dito, I included the word end for you to understand that the amount that is to be written in here is at the end of the given first year. You follow? Okay, so ayan. So how are we going to compute for the first year? Definitely, the first principal, the starting principal that you are going to use is 40,000. Okay? 40,000, and that is you're going to place it in here. Okay, this is 40,000 pesos. You write down properly the number. It must have a symbol for peso, and it will indicate the cents. Okay? Though that is 00 cents, you still indicate. Now, what about the interest? Definitely, we make use of this one. Okay, we make use of this one. that is the same as the interest for the first year. Interest for the first year, we are going to make use of the PRP. Okay? So what is your principal? We have in here 40,000 pesos. Okay, 40,000 pesos multiplied by the given interest rate, that is the same as 6%, or that is the same as 0.06. That is the same as 0.06 multiplied by time. Remember that we are only talking of 1 year, first year. First year. So what would be our time? It will not be 4 years, but one year. Okay, 1 year. Okay? So would you mind to calculate that one? That is? 2,400. Okay, we have 2,400 pesos. Okay, this one, 2,400 pesos is to be written as the first interest amount. Okay? Meaning, this must be our first interest that we are going to pay at the end of first year. At the end of first year. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Now, assuming that at the end of the first year, you are going to pay that one in full amount. Okay? So meaning to say, what would be the final amount? You just add them. Just add them. So that is the same as, okay, 42,400 pesos. Okay? And that is how to compute. Now, notice in here that we have the final amount after or at the end of the first year. This amount will be paid at the end of the first year. Do you follow? Okay, at the end of the first year. But what about if we are going to consider calculating every year? Okay, every year, and complete the amortization table up to 4 years. Okay, meaning to say, we do the same. We do the same. How are we going to compute for the second year? For the second year, our interest will have different principal. Okay? What would be the principal that we are going to make use for the second year? It will be the final amount in the first year. Do you follow?
Yes.
So this one will already be our new principal for the second year. Okay? For the second year. So what is that? 42,400 pesos. Okay? And that will be our new principal. So, in the first year, 40,000. Second year, you change. So, change natin. So, what? Would you mind to press there? So, we have now 42,400 pesos. Now, you listen. What we are talking only in here is the second year. We do not include the first year. So, the number of time, the PRT or the time in here is still 1 year because we only talk of the second year, that is the next year, which is only one year. Do you follow?
Yes.
Oh, we're already done using that one. 1 year again. For the second year, you make use again of 1. Okay? One year. Okay? Why 1 year? You have already made use of this one, doon sa second year. Ito, this one is already included in the 40,000, and so we have, that is the same as 42,500. Notice, listen. In our second year, this is already the first computation that you can see the application or the meaning of compound interest. Why? Because when we are going to get the interest, of that, that is the same as we make use of what? Principal Oh, what is the principal? 40,000 pesos. That's the principal amount. Ivalo, what is that? What is that 42,400? What is that? It is the previously earned interest. Previously earned interest. When was that earned? During the first year. You follow? Oh, are you following?
Yes.
Okay, so that is the meaning. So the interest will already be trying to have direct multiplication. Would you mind to give that one? 544 pesos. Okay? Meaning, in the simple interest, when that is simple interest, this will all be 2,400. But if that is in the compound interest, it will change. Okay? It will change. Why? Why it will change? It is because your 2,400 incurred another interest. Okay? So, yung interest, yung previous interest, nagkaroon na naman ng interest. Try to do this one. Try to do this one. Multiply 2,400 multiplied by 0.06. How much? Oh, press them. 144 pesos. Meaning, the interest of this one, the 6% interest of 2,400 pesos is 144 pesos. That is added to this one, so it will give you 2,544. Do you follow?
Yes.
So, have you seen this one? Did you see this one? The principal, nag-interest, the earned the interest, it incurs another interest. How much? 144 pesos. Now, in the second year, assuming that in the second year you're going to pay the full amount, how much? You add them. Just add.
44.
So that is the same as
44.
44,944 pesos. Do you follow?
Yes.
Again, let's try to show it in the next computation. In the next computation, third year tayo. Let's try to compute for the third year. How much is the final amount and the interest when that will be in the third year? Third year tayo. Okay? Third year. What would be the interest? Again, our principal will be the final amount in the second year. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. That would be our principal. So what would be our principal? That is 44,944 pesos. Okay? Again, multiplied by the rate, that is 0.06. Now, what is the time? What is the time that you're going to consider? Meaning to say, consider only the third year. Third. So, how many years? 1 year. 1 year. Okay, 1 year yan. Okay, so meaning, this would be your principal amount. What would be your principal amount? Let's try to have first this one, 44,944 pesos. Now, we are looking for this one, the interest. Okay, would you mind to press? Press for the third year.
2,696.
2,000?
696.
64. Okay? So that would be the interest for the third year. Okay? Interest for the third year. So what would be the interest? That is, we are going to write it in here, 2,696.44. Okay? So in here, we're already done with it. What will you do it again? To get the final amount at the end of the third year, again, this column is to be paid at the end. Okay? You follow? At the end of the first year. This amount will be paid at the end of the second year. What will be the amount that to be paid at the end of the third year? You just add this column.
47,000.
47,000. 40.64. 64?
Yes.
Okay, 64. Ayan. Okay? I hope you're following. Okay, I hope you're following. Now next, our problem is in the fourth year. Okay? What would be the final amount in the fourth year? So in the fourth year, same process. Same process yan. So, meaning to say, the final, the principal at this start will always be the final amount at the end of the third year. Okay? At the end of the third year. And so what is that? That is 47,640.64. Now, the question is, how much? Okay? How much is the interest during the fourth year? So what is your principal? What's your principal? 47,640 point multiplied by 0.06. Oh, again, same. 1 year pa rin. Okay? Multiplied by 1. Okay, multiplied by 1. So, would you mind to press that one in your calculator?
2,858.44.
Oh, again. 2,000.
858.49.
44. Okay, 44. Okay. So, that one. Okay, that one. Okay. Now, notice that the interest for the fourth year is the same as 2,858.14. Okay, 0.14. See? Sequential ba? Are we doing it sequentially? Yes, sunod-sunod yan. Okay? Now notice that when we are going to add this 2, that will be the final amount after 4 years. So would you mind to add? Would you mind to add? This one?
50,000.
50,000?
499.
499.08.
08.
Okay. Listen. Notice that when we are saying amortization table, you notice that when you committed error, you committed mistake in the first part of the computation, you will always have a bad result in the last computation. It will always be carried out. Okay? Do we have correction? Where is the correction?
Sir, yung
Where's that?
fourth year. Sir, dapat 44. 0.44 dapat po.
This one?
Sir, yung side there. Yes.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, 0.44. Okay. And so, how about this one?
Sir, tama na.
Okay. So, that would be the correction. Again, as I said, when you commit mistake in the previous computation, that mistake, if you did not see that one, it will always be carried out until the last part. Meaning to say, it will make all your computation, your work, wrong. Okay? So, meaning, when you have a correct final result after 4 years, then you did a perfect job in this calculation. Okay? Do you follow? Okay, so that is the amortization table. Okay, that is the amortization table. Okay, pause mo. Okay, so you listen, let's continue. Now, notice, the way we answer this one is manual. We try to make it in detail. Okay? You understand? We made this one detailed. Now, so that if you would like to counter-check our final amount, okay, we would like to counter-check our final amount. Now, remember, we are going to use this one now. We are going to use this one now to counter-check all the final amount. Okay? Di ba no?
Yes.
Okay, so, meaning, in the first year, what would be our final amount? The final amount is, first year final amount is what? Principal. What is the original principal? 40,000. Okay? 40,000 pesos. Okay? 40,000 pesos multiplied by 1 plus rate. What is the rate? 0.0606. Now, we are talking of year 1. Year 1. So, our time is 1. So, our N in here is here. 1. Okay? Now, compute that one. Try to directly multiply using your calculator. 40,000 pesos multiplied by 1.06. Multiply. What is the answer? Huh? What's the answer? 42,400 pesos. That is actually the first year. Is it the same? The same? Okay. So that is how to counter-check. Second year. Second year tayo. O, second year. For the second year counter-checking, now what would be the amount? Notice that we do the same. We make use of this one. So that is the same as final amount for the second year is the same as we are going to make use of the original principal. What is the original principal? 40,000 pesos. Okay, 40,000 pesos multiplied by 1, shortcut natin. 1.06 raised to 2, second year, 2 years. What is that? That is the same as 40,000 pesos multiplied by how many times? 1.06 multiplied by 1.06. That is according to your exponent. Okay? How much? 44,944 pesos. Is it the same as in the second year? Yes, that is how to counter-check. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ang i-counter-check, the one that we will be counter-checking is the last year. Last year. So how is that? Okay? Last year or fourth year. Okay? Fourth year. Nakuha ba yan? Okay, fourth year. How is the final amount? Okay, again, original principal. That is the same as 40,000 pesos. 40,000 pesos multiplied by what again? This one. Or 1.06 raised to what?
4.
Raised to 4. How many multiplier? 4. Okay? Or just raised to an exponent 4. So if you're going to make that one detail, that is the same as when you make it in detail, this is the same as 40,000 pesos multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.06, then another 1.06. And if you would like to expand, okay? What is the final answer?
2,439.78.
99.008. Is it the fourth year? Okay. So that is how to counter check. Ayan. We have the same result in here. Okay? We have the same result. Okay? Any question?